Storytime with text-to-speech.
D&D The Elven Persuasion. As the Ankerney War was in full swing, there was a stalemate between the Imperial Ankerney Empire and the Orc horde of Boneslaja and his clan. You each get an call to arms by the Emperor to fight for the Empire. Will you be the ones end the war or uncover secrets that explain this horrible and pointless conflict? Your journey awaits you. You will each start at level 1. The Adenturers. Crum the half-orc with low intelligence. The Ratman initiate on his pilgrimage from the Punchy-Face Dojo. The muscule wizard Baldrike, whose strength is unheard of in these parts since he is mountain folk. And finally Godfrey the human paladin, who's on his own mission that the others have no idea about. Our travelers met on the road south of the Ankari Mountains heading towards the town of Nibelheim. They came across a ruined caravan that had been raided. They had managed to deduce that raiders were the cause and managed to scavenge leftover gold and 2 elven daggers, one of which has an elven name inscribed and has the cleave ability thanks to Crom's dumb luck ability. They went to Nibelheim, bought several items from the shop and armory. Crom found a pet. They left Nibelheim east and headed towards the main war camp, arrived and were then hired as mercenaries. They headed more east towards their destination and were ambushed by bandits, in which chaos ensued. The fight is now over. They will head towards the mining town Heartstone, where they will find a whole lot of nobody, for it is a dead town. Upon arriving in the mining town of Heartstone, the Arkoff heroes conclude that orcs have been through the area and killed most if not all the inhabitants. After looting through the armory, various shops, and the tavern, they find a clue that leads them to the mine entrance. They decide to man up and enter the mine. After many panic poos from the rat man, they enter the dark and cramped cave towards a massive cavern. Then one of the crew noticed silk-like string lining the cavern, only then horrified to notice the mass amount of spider eggs yet unhatched. Godfrey, upon realizing his bottle of whiskey would make a useful Molotov, gets the crew to help light it. Upon lighting, the crew booked it back out of the entrance of the cave. Meanwhile, Godfrey had slipped and tossed the Molotov to burn out the spider eggs. After a good few minutes of waiting, Godfrey joins his companions outside, coughing and spluttering from the smoke, Crom at the ready for battle just in case of anything else coming out of the cave. Of course it wasn't what was in the cave the guys had to fear, but the giant spider that drooled on Crom and burned his hair away. That was the problem. After a long accruing battle, for the spider, our heroes finally fell the foul creature, thank merciful Christ, and then proceeded to head through the mine unabated. After practically boring a bigger passage through the mine and reast of the mountain pass, the guys make it to the other side, and fresh air and beautiful woodland called Aswood await them.
And that was text-to-speech story time. Cheers, guys.